Okay, and good evening to you. Hope you're well. And for those of you who jumped on the show earlier and said, "Oh, damn, I missed the show," no, you didn't miss the show. That was just the pre-show. We just do that to let you guys know we're here. So very, very good evening to you, and hope you're well. And let's get the show underway, shall we? Let's get going. Well, very good evening to you. Hope you're well. Hope you're having a very good evening yourselves. And yes, nice to see so many of you people on here already. Jolly good stuff here. And how are you? Have you been? Have you been well? All you guys coming in and jumping in the show already. It's great to see you. Just I know where most of you are from, but anybody there wants to say where they're from, by all means do. We'll just put everyone up there. Lucy says hi, everyone. Hi everyone, and everyone else is saying hello, hello. Hi everyone, I hope you're well. Isn't that nice when you all ask how everyone else is? Well, what a little tribe you are, a bandering little tribe of tribal people. Is that the word? Anyway, whatever it is. Anyway, good evening to you. And yes, let's give you a little bit of this, because Sunday evening I think you've done really well this week. I do think you've been fabulous people. Well done, guys. I think you're awesome. Awesome. Anyway, so during the show tonight, loads to tell you what's been going on, what's coming up in front of us, and your stories. We're also talking about dreams tonight. So if any of you had dreams about things here, then absolutely fabulous. That'd be lovely to get your ideals there. And don't forget, guys, what we need you guys to do during the show is to share, to like, and to do all those bits and pieces there if you could. And just to let you know, if you go onto YouTube, you want to view the shows on YouTube, it's probably easier to find out the show you're looking for because we've actually coded these for you. For example, the Sunday show or a Sunday show is it starts off with a thumbnail that looks like this. How's that? Good. There you go. So it's Sunday Spiritual Show. So it's a little thumbnail like that. And the other ones have got different colours too. But it's just to show you guys here. For example, let's have a look at the Astrology show on Wednesday. That will look like that. So you can see it as a thumbnail there. It just sticks out very clearly, and you can see what it is. How's that? Happy? Anyway, so that's on YouTube if you go to Cafe Clairvoyance. You can view it on Facebook. It's just sometimes you're looking through trying to find out which show it is, which one's the Sunday show, the Wednesday show, or the Tuesday show, no matter where it is. Anyway, so tonight we're looking at the astrology. We're looking at your stories. And yes, lovely to see so many guys here. So, oh my goodness. Deb Harris says, "Hey Phil, you'll never believe this, but I lived in Millbrook Village, did a test track. How made is that?" Yes, because I would have driven by you probably every day almost, which was this goes back a few years. It probably goes back to 1996 to 2004. Yes, I've got the grey hairs to come in here. But I drove the most fabulous cars you could ever imagine. If you're into cars. If you're not into cars, you're thinking, change the subject, please. Anyway, but men and cars, you know what we like? Yes. The fabulous cars. And shame we couldn't take them home. Never mind. But isn't that nice when someone lives by you, someone that had that coincidence with people? And here's something interesting. On the mediumship development group, which is running at the moment, the amount of guys on there are actually saying here how they know each other, but they've never met. Have you had that coincidence before? That coincidence where you've met someone for the first time, but you say, no, I've met you before somewhere. Something's gone on there in that particular dimension. How's that? That's that. Yes, was there then bringing up my family. Fabulous. And I bet you're a brilliant family bringer-upper. I think it's called Mum, really. Anyway, Karen says hi and good evening. Hope you're all well. Hope you're all well. Says Karen. That's lovely to see. And the producer is out there shining, sending her love and sending everything they hear. And this is just you. This is just you too. And what is this? Elodie says, "Hi Maria, Mummy's watching." Mummy's watching. Okay. You know what happens when Mummy's watching? Behave yourself. And this is the only show you don't have to behave yourself. You just do as you want. Yes, that's the way to do it, isn't it? Anyway, so let's have a look now. What happened during this week? Well, during this week, let's go back to the Tuesday show. And the Tuesday show here, we had Helen on. And rather than actually sharing a screen with her where she was some other location, she actually came into the studio here and shared the show with me. So it worked out absolutely fabulous. We had so many good messages flying out there and such good response from you all. So thank you. It was lovely that you guys could join us and make it such a good show. It was good fun. And then on Wednesday with Guillemar, Helen joined again. Helen joined again. How's that? Helen joined again. So there's 3 of us on the show there. And if you want to go back into the archives to watch that, and we actually had a sing-song too. In fact, Helen is here. She just says, evening from Ireland. So last week she was in here in Spain and this week she's in Ireland. And blessings to you and your family and everyone there, Helen, because I know there's meaningful times where you are there. But we'll see you soon, I'm sure. And yes, everybody's saying hello, hello, hello. Even Val is saying hello, hello, hello. There we go. How's that? Okay, are we done with the hello? Should we carry on a bit more? No? Okay. Right, let's now. So during the show tonight, I'm going to shortly talk about the astrology, what's going on, and then guys, let's have a little talk about dreams, and also something else that's coming up as well about revelations. You think, oh God, revelations. Sometimes you always think these are bad things, but are they good things? They could seem like bad things, but actually what they awaken to be are very good things. How's that? Have we thought of it like that? Yes, I think we could. And so that's an important part of the show as well. And what I was going to talk about, then we got your live little mini readings. And thank you to everybody so far who's sent in their details there. In fact, I think there's still more information coming through here about your readings anyway. I'm just hearing from the the producers. Yeah, she's typing out all your readings that wanted to come through already. That is so nice. And would you mind if you could top up that, please? Thank you. Thank you very much. Just up to there. That's it. That'll do fine just there. Thank you very much. Thank you. Cheers. You always got to have a tea or coffee on this show. See, it says, this is supposed to say, because it's around the other way, it says, Gning Nong Rom. Gning Nong Rom, which is, it's Oriental. It means morning. Gning Nong Rom. You can't get any better here, can you? Any worse. Thank you very much. That's very nice. Anyway, so let's have a look at your astrology charts. Let's have a little bit of astrology, what's going on this week, and find out how to handle things. Because hasn't news suddenly flown in? And put it this way straight away: Spain, living out here in Spain, suddenly all the flights are being changed. Everybody's got to go and for 14 days have got to go into the isolation, haven't they? So what's going on? What's producing all this? Why all this energy coming through like this? And what's likely to happen? Love that colour on you, Phil. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Anyway, so let's have a look at your little old astrology chart, and let's just bring that back in there a little bit. And right, okay. Now, if you notice here, everything is on this side of the chart. You see all the planets there, apart from the moon that's directly opposite over there in Libra, which we're trying to find balance for everything, aren't we? Like the chaos that's just come through recently, we're trying to find the chaos through stuff. We're trying to find a balance through here through everything, and where this is going and how we can find this balance, what we can do. So the conflict here, the sun has just gone into Leo, which just goes, yes, gets us out of this old Cancer Capricorn thing, which has been holding us back in many ways here, especially either through family or through duty, security, responsibility, where your lives be going, how they're having to change and reform themselves. And then Son of Leo comes in and goes, great, I'm free. And for some of us, we're actually picking up our lives. Not all of us just yet, but we're on our way. Suddenly for Leos, yes, this is a pretty good time with the sun being in your sign, because it lights up your life. It lights up the soul part of your life. It lights up your journey, where you're going to, for Leos especially. Aquarians, it'll be probably very much to do with emotions and love life. And but the interesting thing here is as it comes in here, is recently made a very challenging link over to Saturn, which is in Capricorn. I think everybody's fed up about hearing about Saturn, Pluto and Jupiter, but just to help you out here a bit, it's been making opposition here, which you've got government, security, the container, the way things hold things together. And the sun in Leo has been opposing this and saying, but I want to break free of this. And the law says, well, you can't. And then at the same time here, we've got Jupiter, which has been which is traveling through Capricorn, is very close to Pluto. So a minute we take our foot off the accelerator and we rest and relax on what COVID's doing, we all know this was bound to happen, that we're about to get spikes again. And as soon as we get spikes, of course, what's going to happen here? Everybody's got to shut the doors again, unfortunately. Now, the challenging time comes up here. Over just there, you see that we've got what looks like a tuning fork on the top of the spoon. So it's like three prongs with a little circle at the bottom there. And what that indicates to us here, this is Uranus, which is in the fixed sign of Taurus. Now, when we talk about fixed signs, makes us very strong, stubborn. We take situations, things as they are, and they don't move. They don't change until you have Uranus in the sign, which is in the sign of Taurus. So that is bringing about change. Security, land. Think about land, countries, borders between lands, between your garden and the neighbour's garden next door. Any conflicts coming up here will be quickly ruled out with Uranus being in Taurus here. But anyway, the sun going through Leo, what's going to happen here is in approximately 6 days' time, it's going to make, and it's coming into that orbit where it's going to make a 90-degree square. And sometimes you would think, oh no, not a square, because it's challenging, it's difficult. The problem here is yes, what the sun wants to, I want to break free. We start singing here now, couldn't we? We could. I won't. And Uranus says here, sorry, you can't. Sorry. There's a landlock here, and there's got to be discussions, debates, things like this. So we need to look for another planet, which is Mercury. Mercury is going through Cancer. Lucky it's now direct. Zooming through Cancer. But on its journey here, it's going to start to make the opposition towards Pluto, Jupiter, and to Saturn before it finishes journey in Cancer. This is going to be really talking through and get everybody to talk and get everybody to let's try and sort things out here. So there's likely to be, although there are oppositions, there's struggles, there's likely to be some easing somewhere or some pathway of understanding, because you know what it's like in a minute. The knowledge we've got here, it's about as clear as mud. Yes, it's like it's about as clear as fog. So no one knows really what's going on. Everybody's worrying themselves here. But Mercury going through Cancer is, yes, that's the one that's holding on to things here. But it's also about communication. We need more communication. So this is likely to improve things a little bit. But those oppositions are going to be working there. We have to see how it goes, won't we? We have to see how it goes. And the moon won't be coming round to a full moon this side of Wednesday. I'll be talking about that with Guillemar coming up on the Wednesday show. So let's have a little Capricorns. Let's have a little whiz around the zodiac and just help you guys out here and just explain what's going on. For Capricorns here, your whole year is governed by Jupiter, Pluto and Saturn. Saturn's just come back into Capricorn. So again, it's about rules, regulations. We got Pluto at 23 degrees and Jupiter at 20 degrees, very close to each other. You can see, when you look up at the night sky, if you've got a clear night sky there, you can see Saturn and Jupiter very close to each other. In between, God knows how many millions of miles further out is Pluto, which is very small, so you can't see it. You can't see it there. However, we've got more good news to come up though. Let's look at that because these planets are about to go direct. They're going to be starting to go direct by September, and when that starts to happen here, as much as Jupiter is the spreader of COVID, unfortunately, and it's going to hit Pluto and spread it again by astrology terms, but also here, this is also an amazing time where there will be some change of revelations if we adapt to change. Saturn will go direct, everything will start moving forwards, and by the end of the year, the energy would have changed quite a lot, but so would our world. Definitely for the next 5 years. We're all saying that anyway, but astrologers are all saying here, by the end of 2020, we knew the world was going to be very different than what it was, but we could see something coming, difficult to when it was. So when was the last time Jupiter and Pluto were in conjunction together? 1918, the end of the First World War. And believe it or not, the flu pandemic at the end of the First World War, which is, if you consider this to be like a pandemic like that, wiped out more people than the soldiers who got killed in World War One. That's a huge factor, isn't it? And it's a massive one. Yes. Okay. Right. We also let's have a look at Aquarius. Aquarians are ruled by Uranus. Uranus here is going through Taurus. Is getting people to become more stable, change their land, change security, change the way their structure is of life here. Pisceans, you're lucky. You've got Neptune in your sign. It's traveling through the energy here. It's recently made a nice link to Neptune. The sun is going to challenge this a little bit, but keep your dreams, your visions open. Keep your dreams and visions open for Pisceans. Don't get flogged down by things here. There is always a way to find a way. You just have to find a way. Then you found the way. It's easy, isn't it? Anyway, right. Then you've got Aries. Aries. Well, luckily you've got Mars in your sign, but it's a very different Mars at the minute. It's not the Mars that you were expecting. It's coming into your sign, all right. And yes, it's made some challenging links, but it's going to line up with the Sun probably in about 12 days time. 12 days time. Sun is going to link up with Mars. Yay, that's energy coming forwards. That's your driving force. You're sort of looking for to put your foot to the floor and accelerator. Taurus, you've got this Uranus. You've got this Uranus in your sign at the moment, which is a little bit on the challenging side. We also got to look at Venus. What Venus is up to is going through Gemini, which is helping to build on money. It's helping to build on ideas, new beliefs, the ways to love yourself more, the ways to adapt to change your life and sometimes a link with other people. Gemini, wow, you've got the moon's nodes. Now that's about beliefs, patterns, and the way you're changing your life. That really is. There really is a change to the patterns there. Venus in your sign is giving a lift to your love life, your opportunities and luck. And also here, it's normally a good time for it's normally a very, very good time, especially for Geminis looking at money and things like this. Very interesting time. Cancerians, you're part of this. You're part of this battle going on. If I call it this influence, let's call it an influence between Cancer, Capricorn. When the sun was there, we had Mercury in retrograde and all this in it. And we also had the eclipses through there. So your lives, it's almost like you're thinking, well, my old life was back there. My new life is up here. It's very different. It's getting you to feel, oh my goodness, this is so changeable what your life is going through. What Mercury is helping you to do is to think, communicate, talk, see ideas as they come up here. Jupiter can sometimes get excitable to get you to think too much. Just to be careful here. Pluto is like, wow, amazing revelations and seeing things come up here. And also what Mercury is going to do is it's going to find a way to link with Saturn, and which is the big taskmaster here, and find a ways where we can communicate to find happiness to do with the balance, probably between work and home, relationships and home. Leo, you've got the sun right moving through your sign like the clappers. It's something that you've been waiting for. You needed the sun get into your sign here. On its way through its journey here, it's not all a smooth road whilst you're going through there. It's not all a smooth road while you're going through here. I think some of the things you're going to find here, some challenges you've got to deal with, but take them on. Take them on here. And I think you'll find this to be quite an empowering time. Mars is going to help you, which is over in Aries. It's like you're going to have people on your side, maybe a way of changing your circumstances, but it'll give you a bit of an energy boost, like people on your side. On the side here is going to be some support or influence there, and I think that'd be immense too. Virgos. Virgos are the cleaner uppers of the zodiac. They're not fussed about ego. You go back to a Leo and they're going, hey, yes, what about me? I need to display like a peacock. Lovely. Virgo says here, really? Can I just roll up my sleeves and just get on with the job? The daily duty things, organise things here? Oh, dear, oh, dear, oh, dear. Well, there we go. But anyway, Virgo, your ruling planet is Mercury. Mercury here, it's going through your 11th house of friendships. The friendships you make with people and the strategies you make with people is what's going to work things out for you. And I think as well here, you're probably going to find, especially if you think of doing a job which involves self-employment, a job here which involves doing something new for yourself. And if you could change that pattern of thinking, maybe structures. I mean, look at the amount of people. I know this is affecting everybody so far, but look at the amount of people who are now working from home. Offices becoming empty. That's Saturn and Capricorn being challenged by the eclipses here. Buildings which are Capricorn things, Saturn things, are being emptied here. Virgo, take up the opportunities. Virgo always looks for the opportunities to find if something's gone wrong, where can I go? Where can I make things right? Virgo always find it. Libra wants to find beauty here, and luckily Libra is Venus is going through Gemini, which is going through the education, understanding, and even travel sides of your chart here. It could even be you traveling away, or people coming to you from afar, people from a distance, wanting to connect with you. Good news if they're doing so. Fantastic here. And Scorpio, what's going on with Scorpio? Scorpio, the ruling planet is Pluto. That's down in the Plutos are going through a bit of a challenging time, I must admit. Scorpions are going through a bit of a challenging time. This Jupiter Pluto thing here is either working in your favor or is giving you some difficult times, to put it that way. Anyway, if I was to say here, your way forwards here for Scorpions is we've got to be careful that we don't go too deep. We've got to be careful we don't get too sensitive. And we've got to be careful that we can keep our ideas up here, keep them uplifted. If we go down too far here, then we get a bit lost, confused. We end up going deeper and deeper and deeper. And Jupiter will make you go deeper. Deeper and deeper. Until everybody's looking, where on earth are you down there? Get back up here. Get back up here. So, Scorpions here, I would say here, it's about the local networking of people around you that can help you, and also hear what you'll be doing for people. Bit of a two-way thing here. And I feel as well here for you guys, there is a huge possibility of transforming your life to come up in front of you over the next few months or so. I mean, you can say you've had a difficult time, but times will change again. For a lot of you, relationships have changed. That's Uranus in Taurus. The relationships you thought were reliable, dependable, some of those have broken down, unfortunately. Let's move on to Sagittarius. Oh, the traveller. Oh, the lively one. And it's there with Jupiter, and its life is being stripped down, changed, rewired, revamped, redone. And thinking, oh, was that my old life? But Pluto's come along and said, it was. This is your new one. And so it's all changed, isn't it? It's all changed. Jupiter's coming along here, and Pluto in this conjunction here to say, here, what's going on? You'll look at your finances. You'll look at the way you can make your life better. Be bold. Be bold and look for the new. This is about, sometimes here, we're scared of what's around the corner, but often when we go around to it, we then go, oh my goodness, this is fantastic. This is fantastic. Life's changed. And this is where we're going to find our lives getting and a little bit stronger here. And sometimes with Sagittarians here, I always find here they've got the great philosophy to look ahead, miles ahead here. But Pluto, sometimes say here, the map's changed. So for Sagittarians are going, where the hell am I going? Sorry, language. Anyway, there we go. But I hope you find that understanding there. But it was lovely to do a little journey around the zodiac and just zip around what the signs are doing and give you guys a little bit of feedback and input here and see what's going on. So, what are you guys saying? Oh, Blooming Nora, here we go. Oh, yes. Spot on, Phil. And Catherine here says, don't deal with health questions, please. See your healthcare provider, any health concerns. Oh, right, yes. If anybody's come on there to do with health questions, we've got to be very careful with this. We are not doctors. We are not doctors. We are everybody else there helping you guys out. Now, let's have a look at any questions you want to come through astrology, especially coming up for next week's show, next Sunday show. If you're a particular star sign and you want something spoken about your particular star sign, then please let us know. You know what to do. In the tribe that we're in here, especially if you're in the Cafe Clairvoyance group or tribe, we can chat away about this all week. And if you want to just send in some questions here about your star sign, when are things going to change? Well, they're changing now. What more change do you want? Anyway, so enough of that now. Enough of that now. Now, just say coming up on Tuesday next week. Yes, Tuesday. I say Tuesday next week. Yes, it's Tuesday next week. We have the wonderful Taryn Sandbrook coming on. She's a terrific lady, and always enjoy having her on the show. And yes, her name is Taryn Sandbrook, or TS, or TS. Yes, just call her TS. She knows who you mean. And truly intuitive, and the Moon and the Heart series. Moon and Heart. So this is something that we always like discussing about the moon intuition, your needs where you need to be, and the heart, what your heart desires. And this is very much about working out of our heart now and where we're going in our lives to help ourselves go forwards. We're coming up to 27 minutes past 7 here in Spain, and what time it zone it is where you are, and where are we going here? Right, thank you very much for the comments, people, about my t-shirt. Look at this hot pink. Well, you know, someone's got to wear it. And right, okay. Deb says, I'm a Sagittarius. Oh Lord, aren't things changing? Things changing here. And Sarah Katrina says, I'm Pisces on the cusp of Aries. Okay, it's interesting this here because you're either a Pisces or you're in Aries. And there may be a pull, like you look over the horizon there a little bit and say, oh yeah, there's the Aries part. You know, we can sometimes see that. And yes, but Pisceans, I always find Pisceans most intriguing people going. And I think a lot of wonderful spiritual people are that way too. Anyway, Deborah's saying hello to everybody on YouTube. She's saying hello, so from sunny Spain. And yes, so we're saying hi Jay, 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 hi Jay. Everybody's saying hi Jay. Oh, hi Jay. Anyway, good. We got Deanne saying hello from sunny New York. Good afternoon, honey. Good afternoon. And we've got we've got Secretary says, I pulled myself a moon. Oh, I thought you were going to pull a muscle. Right, I pulled myself a moon card today. It said it is written in stone. So if something's written in stone, there's something strong for you there, isn't there? And it's interesting. A lot of people were doing readings today and wanting to find out about things. Right, okay. The producer says, for a reading, post up one colour and one question. Okay, and how's that? I like this. It's very formal. Hi, D. Griggs. Doing well. I hope you had a great weekend. I almost forgot the show. How disgraceful. Disgraceful. And yes, Katrina says here, right, okay, just to answer this one here, Katrina, we do a little bit about health, but one thing I work on here is energy. And if you want to work on your health, focus on energy. And what about if I suggest to you, what is your favorite color? And when you breathe that color in, can we improve our health through color? How was that? So, and just breathing in that color, just think of it just in front of your nose, like no other air you've ever experienced, just breathing in that lovely color air. How's that? How's that there? Yes. And your prescription is to keep breathing in more colorful air. Yes. It's interesting, actually. The word prescription comes from astrology. Did you know that? It was called RX. RXs to be given or to take, but the prescriptions were often known as RXs when you go back into history. And is it because it's interesting how much astrology, right up to the start of the 18th century and 19th century, that astrology had a big point in plant-based foods, healing for health, and a lot of them still used today. And which we talk more about that over the next few weeks, especially coming up on a wonderful show on August the 18th. When we've got a wonderful spiritual gardener coming in. He's actually a terrific guy. Andy, you'll never look at plant-based foods or gardening the same way ever again. It's amazing. Anyway, okay, so we're going to talk about dreams. And well, maybe I'll talk about dreams a little while because the time's cracking on now. But if you had a dream, let's have a little laugh here. If you've had a dream, for instance, one of you guys came up to me and said today, I've had a dream that someone was possessing my body. Okay, that's quite alarming. That's quite alarming. If there's no one there, then you're thinking, well, what's going on? But often with dreams like this about possessing the body, similar to other dreams, is a feeling of losing a particular old part of yourself, or even a part where you felt a insecurity of confidence somewhere, where you weren't feeling so sure of yourself. Similar to like teeth here, things like this. Yeah, teeth. Similar to teeth, you're feeling insecure about something. You have a dream about teeth falling out or things like this. Dreams of fear of falling is a natural fear, and that often means that there's a change of life coming up somewhere. But yes, guys, what I'd like you to do, if you'd like to, is write in about dreams for some of the next sessions there. Just write them in if you want them to be discussed. That's good. And dreams about shoes, for example, is something new and fortunate is coming ahead. And then if you get dreams about the birds and the bees, I think your luck's in. I think your luck's in. Anyway, let's have a little chat from Taryn. Yeah, good luck for you.
Hi, my name's Taryn Sambrook of Truly Intuitive, and I work in the areas of emotions and healing, self-care. I really like to help people on their journeys of self-discovery, empowerment, sometimes when they've had a trauma or just want to find themselves, find their own intuition. And I've had the absolute pleasure of guesting on Cafe Clairvoyance with Phil Griggs, and I cannot speak highly enough of what a fantastic show Cafe Clairvoyance is. I thoroughly enjoy the shows. If you've got a passion for astrology, spirituality, readings, all that area that Phil covers, he really does put his heart and soul into these shows, and in such wonderful ways. You know, they've had music people on there who do music and use music to channel their spirituality. Just really interesting shows, and they're so friendly and just lovely experiences. So I just wanted to give a shout out to Cafe Clairvoyance and say, go have a look at Cafe Clairvoyance. It's a wonderful show. I'm fortunate enough that I sometimes make appearances on there, which I absolutely love, with the wonderful Phil Griggs and his amazing producer, Deborah Griggs. So yes, go check it out, people, because it is a wonderful show. It's just so enlightening and enjoyable. So you are missing out if you haven't already gone to see Cafe Clairvoyance. Have a wonderful day. Bye.
Thank you very much, Taryn. That's Taryn Sambrook there. She's coming on the show on Tuesday. So Paul's coming and joining there. It's always good fun. And yes, I've just saw the messages down here. Katrina says, RX are told meant treatment. Yes, it's the old way. There are, for instance, Tomley, which is one of the first ones who started off medical treatments to do with astrology. It started from there, which was the star chart was also angles were like RXs. RX was the treatment. Yes, it is treatment. It's also a type of prescription. So it was all connected. And we see RXs today. For instance, if you look on a prescription, sometimes a doctor writes RX, which is the treatment, but it was all into the idea of prescriptions. It's fascinating, isn't it? All fascinating. Yes, it is. Wonderful stuff. Well, I think we ought to get on your reading in just a second. Right, Lucy, let's go and find you. There you are. Hello, Lucy. Very good evening to you. You wrote in earlier and you've gone for the colour yellow. Now, this is interesting here because I'm going to get into this, into colour and just feel the energy started to connect through in this. You say you want a general reading. I love the colour yellow. The way I work here, guys, is I love colour. Yeah. I love colour. So to work with colour enables me to work with auras, to energy and connecting through people and pick up the spirit world. And they tend to come through for me because I'm very visual and see it that way. Now, as I'm talking to you, I've got a very, very nice lady who's actually coming in beside me. And I get a feeling I've got to say like a B name, you know, like we used to say Betty, but I've got to say it's like this, but lovely old fashioned name. See, this lady just coming in beside me. And she wasn't very tall at all. In fact, she was obviously quite short, but she was bubbly, and she was also connected with flowers. She tells me here something about flowers connects with her as well. She's saying to me here, and she wants to come forward and help through the reading here, and just her to give a love to you as well. Regarding this is general read regarding career and where to take action. Feeling quite lost at the moment. As I'm coming in here. I'm picking up here to say to you that just for a moment, I don't think you will find anything just yet. However, I get the feeling here it's going to be your ears to the ground. This is what she's telling me. This is what this lovely lady is telling me here. She says to me, the way she comes into me here, she doesn't put herself directly in as someone super close to you. But even if she was directly linked to the family here, she just wants to say that there may be a distance somewhere between you two. But anyway, what she wants to say to me here is she just feels that I know there's a feeling of being lost at the moment. And I can feel here a lot of old emotion and maybe things across your chest here, feeling like, oh God, I feel so exhausted, so drained, so empty. And but this is going to start to clear. Because she wants to show to me here. She says, watch bread. Out with bread. There could be exhaustion through bread here. Sometimes bread is very fatiguing. She wants to say to me here, she says, but now we're near the end of July. There's going to be some good news for you before the end of July. You've got to write in for the next show, haven't you? And give us the answer. There's going to be a little bit of good news here. Keep your ears to the ground because news coming up in a very short while is going to lift your spirits. Spirits here. Now, if I was to say here direction where you're going, would you understand here? She just says to me here, she says, my love, you're a lovely lady who needs to be needed. So you're working in a profession where, okay, we're all needed, but you want to, like, for instance, nurses are needed. For instance, care assistants are needed. People who need to give a service to others are needed. They're needed to help people in some particular way. This is what she's saying here. And I also get the feeling here, what is it you've got to write down on paper to share your ideas out? Would you understand about getting ideas out there? But you've got to write them down. She's writing with me here. She says there's a psychic channel with you. She says here, would you understand about sometimes or some of the family are doing psychic writing? She wants to give this to you. She's over the moon to do this to you here. And she's also wanted to come through to say to you here, she says here there's, yes, okay. Whoa, there's a, how do I say here? You know, sometimes we like to aim for things and do things our way and thinking that we're in control. Every now and then, Lucy, just like a moment, we're not in control. And sometimes just put your hands together and say, thank you. Thank you, universe. Thank you. Because it's the universe that's going to guide you a little bit and everything else is everything else. How's that? Yes, hope this helped you out. But lovely lady here. She's jokey, she's bubbly, she wants to do a bit of dancing with me, she's laughing, and she's also foreign here. She's not English. She's not English. She's in another European or faraway country here, but she's joking with me, laughing, and she's just bubbly. Lovely with her. And yes, hopefully that helps you. So, okay, now let's go and pop off. Let's go pop down the road to Susan. Okay, so Susan's a good evening, Susan. I hope you're well. Out there. And right, okay, Susan's gone for the colour turquoise, and she's also gone for money concerns. Okay. Now, as I'm tuning in here, Susan, where do I want to go here? Right, okay. I'm being guided here to say to you that you're being put into seemingly put into corners that you think you're out of control with. And yet, I've got to say here, you're going to take back control. The funny thing is, you're saying about money concerns. No, money's coming to you. Money is coming to you. And I get a feeling here, very strong energy coming in to almost assist you or protect you to give money to you. In fact, if I had a look here at the cards and what they're bringing into this particular energy around you, I would say here that this phenomenal time you're going to come up with is going to lift your spirits entirely. Really is. Yes, I don't think you're going to be sitting in this particular energy zone for too long feeling that blocked. No, this is going to move on. I've got, would you understand here? I've got a lovely lady here, lovely just stepping through. She says here, it's the sisters here, she says, the sisters, two women, both sisters, both want to step up to you. And one wants to give a H name to a name. H, it's a foreign name. I haven't got a clue how to pronounce it. And she just wants to say to me, Susan, she says here that she's there with you. And she says here, would you understand to say here, you've got to keep talking. Now, this is to talk to the people who in the end are going to bring back money to you. So there's talking coming up here. And she also wants to say to me here, she says here, no, you're not going to be in a bad situation. You're going to be in a good situation. It just takes a little bit of time. And we are there. We are there. How is that? How is that? Right. Okay. Oh, yes. Katrina says, I really like the colours too. I dress depending on the mood. We've got to be careful what questions we ask then now, haven't we? Of which mood is. Anyway, there we go. Right. Okay. Let's go to Paul. Paul, colour black, back to work tomorrow. How will I go? Hi ho, it's off to work we go. La 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 la. Hi ho. Sorry, I couldn't resist that. It just looked so funny. Back to back. Sorry. And you're not a dwarf either. You're an enormous guy. You're a lovely big bear. Anyway, sorry, that's just uncalled for. Uncalled for, isn't it? Anyway, okay, back to work tomorrow with the colour black. The interesting thing here is that I pick up with this is the first thing I see around you here is interesting because there's this job you're going into, but then don't be surprised that life goes very fast. Very, very fast. Now, the reason why I'm saying it is because I see jets going straight by you. And it's interesting here because this is about change. This is about speed. This is about, now this is about opportunities coming ahead. Now, the most oddest of things are going to start happening to you, Paul, because I've got your grandmother here on your, I believe on your mother's side, your family. And she just wants to say to me, G or M is something about her name. She's just coming through a G or M. Absolutely cracking lady, lovely, lovely lady. She just wants to come through here. She says here, God, crikey, she's strong. She says here that I get a feeling she had to leave the earth plane a little bit early. That's the energy I get. I get a feeling here she had to leave the earth plane a bit early. And the energy that I pick up with this, the reason she says here that, but she wants to come through to you. And she says here that, don't be surprised, she says here, that you're going back into work like you're doing. But then all of a sudden come these opportunities. You know what opportunities bring? Opportunities. Yes, they certainly do. So I can see that energy come up in front of you here, which is just going to help you out big time. And I think here as well, as I look at this, I really feel that time, that she's shown me a watch here. She's shown me a watch. So she says time is going to help you out, but she also wants to show me a gold watch. A gold watch connects with you. Gold watch connects with you. She wants to give me here. And she's also wanting to connect with you here to say here that you're going to be going over water. You're going to be going over water. And I get the feeling here, this energy about going over water is going to be lovely for you. It's the travel you've got, the opportunities you've got. And yes. And there's would you understand a gentleman? Would you understand on your father's side, your family, who loved history? There's a gentleman just stepping through for you as well, Paul, just loved history. And he wants to talk about the Second World War, and he wants to talk about, I've got to say this, he wants to talk about the camps. He knew you. This guy knew you. I don't know how the relationship is. He wants to talk about the camps, but this guy's stepping forwards. and he wants to connect with you, and he wants to. He wants to say to me here that he says here that would you understand being proud? Being proud. He's very proud of you, but you're going to get prouder. Proud about who you are, what you're going to be doing in your life. He just says proud. He tells me here there's going to be a time when you're going to think you may have to leave where you are. You won't. You're staying there. You won't. You'll feel like, oh my goodness, I'm being pressured to leave. You're not going to leave. You're going to stay there. And but the opportunities coming in life in front of you, Paul. Wow. Well, you asked a question about how it's going to go to work, and now you got all this. There you go. There you go. There you go, Ido. Let's have a little look here. Let's go to Karen C. Reassurance from Dad. Purple. Purple is a lovely colour. I love this colour. It's very tense, very deep, and very energetic here. Now, if I start talking about father, I also want to talk about head. Head and energy here around father. And also here, I'd like to say to you, right, I come back to Lucy Hinks. She just put a fantastic testimonial up here, so that's lovely. That's lovely. Right, okay, Karen. So what I want to say to you here is that this colour of purple, reassurance and dad. Would you understand if I said to you here, Karen, that he just wants, you know, sometimes, although dads are dads, would you understand that he wasn't an absolutely overly affectionate character, but he just wants to put an arm around you, give you a little hug, nothing big, because he wasn't like that. I don't feel he was like that. And just say to you, you're okay. You're doing okay. Because I pick up here, he just wants to reassure you in a gentle way. Very, very nice way. Yeah, Karen says yes. And this is what he wants to do here. And he also wants to say here, says here, would you understand that sometimes you don't need to say too much? It's almost as though, I'm not saying here that you're annoying people, but everybody what's going on in your life, not at all. But sometimes, what you understand at the moment, you just need to keep quiet about some things. He says here, that's it. I was trying to put my thumb wherever he was trying to put his finger then. Right, sorry. He's trying to put his finger on the end of his nose. Just to say, only the people need to know things. And he just wants to let me know, it says here, it just says, don't be so eager to let people know things going on in your life, around your circle around you, or people around you that don't need to know. He just said, keep quiet for a little while here. He says here, there's, I've got to say the name Tim or Timothy, and I get a little bit of news come up in front of you, which is going to surprise you a little bit. And it's almost like someone in the background is looking after you, somewhere. And I just need to say it to you there. Someone around you is looking after you. So something there is very special for you. Okay. All right. And I think you'll be pleasantly surprised with that. Good. Where are we going here? Let's go and have a Lucy says here. Oh, I thought, well, thanks. That's Mum Babs. She was always good and wanted me to be. Yes, I work for the NHS. Thank you so much. Fantastic. Good. Yes, I just pick up here that this caring side around you is where you're going to be going. But don't worry, it's what comes to you a little bit later on. But I pick up, it's news that comes to you. And yes, do watch the old energies there. And Karen says, thank you very much, Phil. Oh, you're more than welcome. Right, Joe, colour red, emotional week. First birthday of Mum since she passed. White feathers, seen it. Is it a sign? Yes, absolutely here. And now, what I want to say to you here is Joe, because I've got two ladies here. Two ladies who want to come through. One who came through and just step back a little bit because I've got another lady here. Would you understand if I spoke about your mum? Would you understand about a very quiet voice? This was a very quiet voice before she passed. Obviously, when we passed, yes, her voice goes. There's two things here she's just nudging me on here. One here is to say to you, would you understand about needing, she just talked about a very quiet voice with you, and she just wants to say here, she says that she's very pleased with you and proud for you. And she wants to say to you here, she says, do not blame yourself by the way people have been around you. Hold your love in your heart that what you've done is to help people. Sometimes they're not always nice the way they come back with it, but later on, some people may do. may come back to you and say, do you know what, Joe, you helped me, thank you so much, even though some situation didn't end right. And your mum is also saying to me here, she says, you're very protected from up there. You're very, very well protected. And the psychic and healing side is coming through in the time that it needs to. She says, though, that she's looking at handles in your house and the handles need to be fixed. You know what it's like. You go to the bathroom, a handle falls off and that's it. You're stuck on the loo. Well, not stuck in the loo, but you're stuck in the bathroom. You can't get out. I do. You'd be climbing out the bathroom window. Hopefully you're not 5 stories up. Anyway, but no, she wants to say to me here to fix handles in the house here. She says, would you understand if I said to you, it's, yes, she was very quietly spoken. Yes, that's what I pick up here. She was very quietly spoken. This is how she's speaking to me. And she just says here, would you understand, Joe, if I just said to you, just get on with the little practical tasks. Just get on with the little practical things. And also I get a W with her. A W with her. She just wants to show me a W connecting with her. Wendy, whoever this is her or around her, but she just wants to connect with this. And she also would like to say to me here, she says that she's putting her hands for you, she's wishing for you because she knows you're praying out there. She knows you're sending love to her. She's sending it back to you. And she's also thankful for the flowers that you got for her remembrance of her, which you, whether it's a plant or something that you keep watering, keep looking after, but her love is there for you enormously, and she's so happy for you. Really is. And okay, so hopefully that helps there. Now Lydia says, oh, lovely your shirt. Thank you very much, Lydia. Lydia is an absolutely sensational lady. In fact, she's going to, well, she is going to be a very gifted medium as she progresses in her career of mediumship. And so keep an eye on Lydia. Keep an eye on Lydia there. Now, let's just come back here a little bit. Oh, hang on a minute. Yes, now, one of the things I was going to say here to you guys here was it's about this thing of deep revelations. That's one of the things here, waiting for part of who front door. Yes, I think she meant for the front door. For the front door. Yes, waiting for part there. Right. Yes. So, guys, what's sometimes been happening here is we're having deep jaw-dropping moments like, oh, really? Things happening, revelations, truth coming to the surface. This is some of the energy that we're going through at the present time and how this energy is working around us. And, right, where I'm just scrolling through this a little bit because I think there was someone else here. Okay. I just want to say hello to a couple of guys here. Denise says, hello. And very nice to see you on the show. And also here, Ellie, good evening to you. Val, good evening to you. And to everybody else is coming on here. Right, just to remind you here, the Catholic Clairvoyance Spiritual Show is on July 28th. Coming up, it's with Taryn, as I said earlier. And fantastic. Right, okay. Let's just have a look here. Right, Tonya, Pink. I think it is a general reading. Okay, Tonya, good evening to you, Tonya. And also, oh, thank you so much. All makes sense. Beautiful reading. Absolute pleasure. Absolute pleasure. I'm glad I gave a beautiful reading to a beautiful lady. How's that? Lovely. Okay, Tonya, Pink, think this is a general reading. Okay, Tonya. Let's have a little look here, Tonya. Right, where am I going with this now? Let's go and have a look. Let's have a look here. The first thing I want to say to you here is I've got here. Now, would you understand here? Would you understand if I said to you here, would you understand if I said to you, Tonya, that your eyes are mighty strong? Would you understand here what you see? You sometimes see beyond what people see. Would you understand it's a sensitivity on that there? Sometimes, yes, okay. I think I'm going down the right road here because of a gentleman who's just joined me, just coming into the reading here, and he wants to join in here. I've got a very forceful man here, but he's coming through the right intention for you. But when this guy was alive, he was a very forceful, very domineering man. He's just letting me know he's here, but he's coming through for you to help you. Would you understand here that you can see beyond what other people can see? So in other words here, it's almost being clairvoyant yourself. Like you see things, but you see beyond. And because this is what they're telling me here for the spirit world. But what they're also telling me here too is that you can see through things here. But would you understand sometimes you don't listen to these? Would you understand you don't listen to this information you pick up? Because you know things, but sometimes you don't listen to it. And this gentleman is coming through here, and he's just wanting to really help you, really assist you, and he wants you to let you know. He says here that would you understand is sometimes we need to let the breeze flow around us. Yes, I see. Yes, I see. Yes, Tony says, yes, I see. I need to let the air blow around us here. Would you understand here that if you keep coming backwards to an old situation, would you understand this isn't healing? And would you understand what you're seeing is telling you, in a sense, as he just says here, game over. Game over. Would you understand here? There's no point going backwards. It's about going forwards. Game over. This is how he talks to me. This guy here used to work. I'm seeing big chimneys with him. I get a big J to do with his name, like Jim, John, big J. I see big chimneys. He used to work in industrially. He had a hard life, he tells me. He didn't have a life he wanted. But he sort of grew up that particular way because his family life had to go through that particular way, he tells me. And as I pick up that energy around him, he also wants to let me know that he says to me here, he says here that you're a stronger woman than what you know. You just need to follow your own path. And sometimes that's scary. He's pulling at your ears. Now, that tells me two things. One thing tells me here that he's pulling at your ears because he feels something, like he's trying to let you know. Like sometimes, you know, feeling we got someone's around our ears. But also, what is it about your ears that earrings? I'm not sure what this is, but he's just drawing me this here, and he's telling me here too to say to you. He says you're going to see a situation in front of you change it a bit here, but don't hold on to the past. Don't hold on to the past here. It's interesting, isn't it? Sometimes here we think that life should be so secure and so strong in one particular way, but it's not quite that way. And would you understand here about, because I see doors closing behind you. Now, would you understand here that you're also thinking about home moves, but would you also understand here that you need to be guided on this a little bit rather than working impulsively, if this makes sense? This makes sense to you. So I get that energy here too. Yes, so maybe that helps there. Maybe that's the direction I want to send you in. And hopefully, Tonya, you would understand from my heart to yours that this is what the spirit world are picking through. And maybe, hopefully, you'd understand here. But no, big love to you. And I hope that things work out well. So, okay, well, they will do. They will do. Val says, if you have time, Phil, colour blue, anything you see for me, please. Okay, let's have a little look here. Blue, let's go. Val, blue, general reading. Okay, Val. What I want to say to you here, because the colour blue immediately attracts me to very light blue. It's almost like the blue just there, just there. It's almost a very light blue. And the energy here is right up here. You know more than what you know. That sounds good, doesn't it? What do I know? I know more than what I know. What's that? I don't know. But it just sounds interesting what I'm hearing here. I have wondered about, oh dear God, trust this to happen at the end. I've got about 4 here, 4 being wanted to come through. And this is what I pick up here. They just want to let me know that where you're going in your life in front of you is they're looking at the higher energy up here. This high energy up here. They're laughing their heads off with me here. They're telling me here, I got to tell you exactly what they're telling me here. I know there's yellow here too, but this is a yellow aura coming around you. They're telling me here that you're going to be communicating like crazy to people, but you'll be thinking here, God's sake, no, this is too much. This is too much. Something up here is going to show you a lift. You're going to start changing your life. Start changing your life. And I pick up here too that you won't like what people are saying to you or expecting of you. You're just saying here, this is too much. And also here, I am not the doctor. I am not the doctor. However, there is a doctor who's going to be around you who's going to say to you here, you need to slow down. Pick this up. This lovely energy up here is a different energy you're going to start working with. It's a beautiful colour blue, which is the higher ideals of what you're learning, what you're doing, where you're going to be. There's something here that just says, do you know what? I'm going to let go. And I think you do. I think you do. It's to be honest here, really, it's beautiful. It's lovely. It's wonderful. And Tonya Cunningham says, woo! Thank you. And from all of us tonight, from my dear wife Deborah, who runs the show in the background now, I'm going to say that this is just for you, Deborah. Isn't it nice when you give someone a hoot like that? And to you guys, actually, how about this one instead? Yes, yes. And if you need a bit of strength this week, if you need a bit of strength of this, then maybe this is what you need to hear. Hear this in your heart. Hey, isn't that good? Isn't that good? Yes, that's what you need in your heart. You're okay, right, scary enough. Scary enough. Yes, it's all right, thank you, thank you. Yes, okay, thank you so much. You can go now. That's what you need, isn't it? Just a bit of strength in your heart. But remember who you are, people. Stand up to your higher ideal. I know we've got energies around us which are sometimes challenging, but sometimes those energies, whatever they are, like for instance, COVID, we've got a lockdown here, do this, we can't go back to the place that we thought to. Go with that. What's the point of opposing it? You must just get on with what you can get on with. But be great inside. Hold that greatness inside yourself. Mercury going through Cancer is still helping with this eclipse energy to keep feeling and bringing out this wonderment inside ourselves here, which makes you so amazing. So amazing, guys, here. So I would just like to say to you here, a big heart for me and a burger. Heart, burger, it's all the same, isn't it? Hearts, burgers, they're both just lovely, fantastic. And I wish you guys a fantastic evening, and see you on Tuesday, which is 8 p.m. over here in Spain, 7 p.m. in the UK. And from all of us here, we'd just like you to and even Deborah says here, if you liked your reading, please post a comment or review on a Cafe Clairvoyance page. When you do write a review, write it on the review tab here. That's where it would be brilliant. That would be fantastic. And great show. Stay safe. Thank you very much indeed. Lucy, thanks all. Lucy, absolute pleasure here. I just get a lovely heart and a big soul for you. So, well, I do for everyone, but that was just nice of doing that reading it. Thank you. If we missed anyone, we do apologise. Don't worry, we're back on Tuesday, and we love you, so we're not going to leave you out. We just send that love to you. Anyway, for myself and Deborah, guys, have a lovely evening. And yes, we'll see you very soon.